Hey guys, I am doing a little DIY nightlight for Ethan's room. I've done a few of these in the past, not actual lights, but just as sort of art for his bedroom. I will insert a picture of those. It's going to be the same style, but basically the wooden cutout will be lifted off the board with lights. So I've never actually done this, but we're gonna give it a shot and see how it goes. I think it'll turn out pretty cool. So this is what we need. We have got a 12 by 12 wood painting board. This is just a very thin piece of birch. We have some wood glue, some fancy lights to put on it, those are actually wooden floor plugs, some paint brushes, and a lot of tools. So we're going to go ahead and start painting it, and then we will get into the cutting and sanding and everything later. Okay, so here we go. We've got our paint. We're going with Army Green. It's one of the other colors that I've already done in his room, so we're just gonna paint this. Okay, we have painted the top and all four sides. We are going to let this dry and move on to drawing the train. We're going to draw it on paper and then trace it onto the wood board. Okay, so we have our train picture all made. Just going to cut it all out, and then we will transfer it onto the wood board. Welcome to the workshop, aka Hottest Garage. We're going to start cutting this out right here. A very roughly cut out train. So we're going to probably move to the drill press so that we can cut out the windows, and then use the Dremel to do a quick sand, as well as the sanding belt, then a hand sand, and we're done. Okay, so now we are on to the hand sanding part, which is obviously the most annoying and tedious, but let's get to it. Okay, so we have our finished wooden train cutout. It's all sanded and ready to go. We're gonna go back to our paper template. I've cut out all the holes where I want the dowels to be to lift up the wood. So we're just gonna center this about where we want it. And just use a marker and mark where those dowels are gonna go. Okay, so I've drawn out all of the spots where we're going to put the little dowels and put a hole in the center for the light strand to go through because we don't want the wire hanging down on top of the board. I'm just gonna use hot glue because I don't wanna wait for wood glue to dry. So here's our little dowels. We have some short ones and some tall ones. All the tall ones are going to go around the outside just to hold it up, and the short ones are just for running the light strands. Okay, all of the dowels are in place, so the train will just sit like that once we're done. It'll just look like that. So now we're going to feed through our light strip and attach it with the adhesive backing that comes on it. Okay, so the pegs are dry. We are ready to feed our lights through. I have my handy helper here. So we're gonna get started. Okay, so we have our lights working. We are going to feed this through the back to connect to the lights and attach this to the inside of the frame. Then we're going to have to drill just a little hole down here to let the wires come out. We're just gonna feed this through this hole.
It's really made hole, if I do say so myself.
Attach that to the wire.
Lights.
And we have lights. This camera doesn't like lights.
Bam-a-lam.
Okay, so we will attach the piece on the inside and then attach the train on top, and then we get to hang it on the wall. Okay, so we have our channel drilled. The last step is gluing on the train, then we get to hang it up. So I'm just gonna do hot glue again. And we have our train ready. I'm just gonna put a little bit of glue on all of these super quickly. Okay. Glue it on and center it. And there we go. And we can change the colors of it. I think Ethan is going to love this. I think it turned out really, really good. So let's go hang it on the wall. Okay, we are saying goodbye to the beloved Moon and replacing him with Mr. Train. Ta-da! It's ready. Looks awesome.